Hi everyone, welcome to the Sri Lankan Geek Show. Today, as usual, Isuru and Sumudu here have come up with an interesting topic to talk about. So, before talking about the topic, so Isuru, how have you been?
So my week,
Yeah.
last week was like pretty busy,
Mhm.
and my Mi Band watch was broken.
What happened? Usually they
The
are
display-
unbreakable, right?
They say it's unbreakable, but the display came home.
Came out.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. It's something wrong with my sweat, or I white always.
Uh-huh.
Due to some reason,
the display, that
Panel-
means the whole casing came out, or
like the display was attached from a glue, I guess. I think the glue was detached, and now display is like
hanging out.
waving here and there. But somehow it's working fine. Still the display is separated. The
So-
notifications, the vibrations,
Uh-huh. So,
everything is
display is not working.
yeah, display is not working.
And I think the waterproof seal is also gone.
Definitely.
So as I can remember, I think it's not like an year, right?
No,
it's still
like,
under.
yeah, like it's almost
warranty coverage, I guess,
think,
right?
yeah, unfortunately, when I bought this, the warranty period was six months. It also a shop warranty. I think we can't claim international warranty from Xiaomi since we don't have official dealers in Sri Lanka. I think I have been using it for around like 5 months. I guess.
So they are
And the
not that
strap
much of.
is broken.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the strap is broken. And then I ordered the new strap. And after ordering the new strap, I used it for 2 weeks and the display came off. But I don't think I will buy a smartwatch
Again.
again.
Why?
But no.
I think you used it
because
for
the prices and everything,
sleep
like
tracking and all,
everything
right?
was increased. Huh?
You used it for sleep tracking and also for everything, right?
Yeah. I might take another this kind of a thing. I was look to buy a smartwatch like you have,
Uh-huh.
but now it's too expensive.
That means not a fitness tracker, a smartwatch.
Yeah. Then I fall back into the fitness tracker again.
Now I think it's the prices have doubled up, I guess. So
Yes.
even like in Samsung also, earlier the Samsung gear watches and all were around, I think 40. I think there were some watches at around 20 also. Now everything is
20, yeah.
more than 60.
More than 50, right?
Yeah.
50, 60, yeah.
There was like a budget version also, right, in Samsung Active or something. More like
is it?
fitness something. And now those are also a bit pricey due to the dollar issue and also due to the ban. And like talking about prices, so the new iPhones and stuff launched back in like I think September. I can't remember, in the first or second week of September.
Yes.
Did you see the prices in Sri Lanka?
No.
I saw one ad, like not ad, a screenshot of a selling shop listing. The prices were like 14 Pro Max was listed for 6 lakhs or something.
Ooh.
6 lakhs and 2,000 or something. 692,000. So, so like looking into that, so the price of an iPhone in America is iPhone 11 Pro Max the 14 Pro Max is $1,099 US, as I can remember. So for it to be around 6 lakhs, $1 is around $1 should be around 600 rupees. I think it's like not directly converted due to this sparsity and due to the like bans and stuff. The devices that have come to Sri Lanka are very pricey due to the demand, as I know. And also I think the bans have been like little bit loosened up, right? So I got an email from Kapruka saying that now laptop ban is lifted and we can buy laptops from Amazon. Not sure about the details of it, but I got an email from Kapruka. I think some parts are lifted because if it is not loosened up, the companies in Sri Lanka will also start to fall down because the resellers in Sri Lanka will not have business.
Yeah, if the things goes in this way, like it's good, but I heard some news that from the next week, so not week, from the next month, the power cut will be increased for 10 hours.
Yeah, due to the coal scarcity, right? So there is a lack of coal and stuff in Sri Lanka. So since Sri Lanka has a fuel shortage also, I think they can't allow the petroleum doesn't allow the CEB to supply all the required fuel, so that like they cannot compensate the coal shortage with fuel because everything is lack in Sri Lanka. So if that,
it means for the electricity, the petroleum doesn't allow to take diesels, right? Diesel and everything for the electricity. So
I don't know
we
whether
have to wait until the coal.
Yeah, whether it's like fully restricted. I think they provide some percentage,
limited,
but not the required amount. So
yes.
I think majority of our power is generated from coal, as I know. I'm not sure.
Yes.
I think from Norachol and stuff, they are using coal. So due to that shortage, there are warnings that in the future there will be more power cuts. And now like Sri Lanka is little bit in a stuck position, I think, in economy also, because due to the agreements with IMF, Sri Lanka can't print money. So I think in the future months there will be problems arising, such as the government will not be able to pay the government workers and stuff, because earlier they used to print money and pay. So due to these IMF agreements, there is a restriction.
We can't.
So I think the government will start to shut down workers, the unnecessary workers. They will start to do that, and also the government will go towards privatization. So not
in
sure what will happen.
I can see Aragale.
The government workers who will lose the jobs will start to rebel. So the problem is there are many government workers also, many are there without a proper purpose.
Yes, definitely.
So
definitely.
The government will have to shred them, and also the government will not be able to provide new vacancies also. So that's that. So when we see in the news that the IMF discussions have begun and the agreements are on the way, so it's like a green light and good news for us, but alternatively it will be a little bit suffering until Sri Lanka gets back on its feet. So we'll have to abide their laws, and also earlier we used to manage somehow we used to print money and take loans from here and there, get credit lines, but with the IMF regulations we'll have to suffer a lot. Not sure. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
But same here. So but even though we have to suffer a lot in the current situation, I think in the long run long run it's a good sign for everyone, I guess.
That's on the economy. And I think the banks, the things that they banned will have to be lifted. So I heard a news even the clothes have risen up in price due to the ban that recently did. So, let's see.
So So due to this crisis, so let's motivate our listeners to support to improve the economy of Sri Lanka. So let's give some ideas. So we have been talking about the IT industry on most of our episodes.
Like 90% of episodes.
Yeah, 90% of our episodes. Exactly. So in one or two episodes that we promised to our listeners that we will talk about how the business and the companies earn money from the softwares, and how the things and the politics behind this IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
So we also very new to this kind of area, but from my end I have some experience since I have involved in a couple of companies on the initial stages, and so I have few experience. So let's share these things today, and the listeners might understand behind the scenes of the IT industry, and how the money transfer in and out, and get an idea if anyone who planning to start a company or planning a new idea to implement. So let's talk about it.
So actually in this episode under this topic, I think Isru will be doing the talking and I will be like playing a passive part. Let's see how that goes.
No, definitely you are related, and you can give your insight on my points.
Sure. Let's start on the topic.
So before starting our topic, I heard one of the, Rahul Dravid, right? Rahul Dravid, he's a cricketer. Like now he has been retired. He's a cricketer from Indian cricket team. So he came to a university he was the main guest. But what he said was, I have been told that the minimum of marks for maths and science should be more than 75% to pass the exams in the degree in the same university. So he didn't pass. I think he didn't completed the degree, but he said luckily those standard is not applied for selecting the chief guest. So he was the chief guest, but he never had marks over 75 for maths and science, so he didn't complete the degree. And but he was lucky enough to came back as a chief guest.
He was elected as chief guest.
So kind of funny, right? Yeah. But there's there was a huge message hidden behind the story. It's the same in the IT industry. So most of the very brilliant, very knowledgeable people working in the IT industry, and they work and they are committed to complete lot of projects, very complex projects, and some people innovate and build new products and introduce new concepts to the world. But there are a set of people behind them benefited more than the people who actually worked. So it's the normal behavior of every business. So we have heard like let's say one person have an excellent innovative idea. As an example, let's say Instagram. Instagram. So one person has a innovative idea, like there should be an app to share all the photos, and people who interested on that picture can like and can share, blah blah blah, lot of requirements. So when he get this idea, so now he tries to build the application. Now he's starting to build the application, and now he need money to build this application properly and host this, and to run a campaign, to make users, new users, to add new users every day, and like there are a lot of things that like behind the scene. So he need lot of money for this. So if he's really lucky, if he's really wealthy, and he can definitely invest on it, and he can hire a team to do the campaigns, hire a development team to develop bugs, fix the bugs, sorry, not develop bugs, fix the bugs, and another set of people to test the application, and another set of people to help the clients, and another set of people to increase the security of the application, and another set of people to manage these teams. Likewise, if he's really wealthy, like he can hire these kind of people and maintain this Instagram. Instagram, his idea from on his own, and like it's a small company now. But unfortunately, 99% of the time, the one who has this kind of innovative idea doesn't have the strength of initiating this kind of a project. So every time there is an investor behind the scene, one or more investors behind the scene, and they understand the importance of his idea and invest on his idea. And
so
once he
if you mind if I disturb you a bit, so like
sure.
For the listeners to get more context on it, I think have you watched a TV show called Silicon Valley? So it's like basically same thing that you explained.
Yes, exactly.
It's a good TV show, so but not a happy ending, right?
It's an Australian TV show, right?
I'm not sure about the origin. It was aired in HBO.
Oh, Silicon Valley, you mean the TV series, right? Yeah. There is in Australia, there is a reality show. The investors are
something
the
like
judge board.
Shark Tank, you are saying.
Shark Tank, exactly.
This is about Silicon Valley TV show. It's TV series.
I have watched it.
This is like I meant to say, like we can see everything what you explained in there.
For more information, watch Silicon Valley. Really recommended TV series.
Sorry for disturbing. Carry on.
No worries. And where did I stop? Like the investors, and there are one or more investors behind the scene, and help him to initiate this project. And the investors should identify the importance, and in the future they can make money from it. And definitely if they realize that this is a excellent idea, and in the future definitely they can earn money, they will invest on this idea. And after initiating the project, and they like intimidate this innovative person to make money fast. So now the innovative person is not doing 100% what he wants, and on top of what he wants, he has to do a lot of other things as well to maintain the
monetize
company and the investors.
Sometimes in the end it might not be the idea that the inventor had in his mind, but based on the marketing team and all their suggestions in order to promote the product, he might have to build something else to satisfy the investors also.
Exactly. Yes. So this is the sad truth behind most of the companies. And this is so now under this innovative person there are a lot of engineers, lot of QA engineers, project managers, everyone is working. But the real benefit of the idea is harvested from the investors. The very small portion of the income will delegated to the engineers and the QA engineers, like all the teams, between all the teams. But the total of the income, like the big portion, goes to the investors most of the time. If the project is really successful, if the project is makes lot of money, definitely the bigger portion goes to the investors, and they always wanted the employees, and they always introduce new policies and they initiate HR to rate the employees and give increments as a percentage. Now you have performed really well, so we will increase your salary by 20%. Likewise, it's like under different regulations, the employees' income will be cut off, and but the bigger portion goes to the investors. And this is one of the way that the people make money from the IT industry. So the bigger portion always goes to the not the people who really doing the task or the project, and the people who are invested. And the other way that IT industry makes money is using outsourcing. It's also very trending these days in Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka and India, there are very limited people who have initiated new things and got successful. So what they always do is they support all the successful projects by giving what they want. So in globally there are always very urgent requirements of employees, and it's a very famous thing that most of the IT industry need IT employees on different tech stacks very immediately and in a very short period. So most of the IT companies reluctant to get employees to their employees list because their requirement is short term. So that's why the most of these outsourcing companies have initiated to fulfill this requirement. So in Asia, most of the Asian countries does this outsourcing and earn a lot. So let's say you have initiated an outsourcing company. So you are bidding to different companies, and you are publishing that you have this kind of tech stack and this kind of employees, and we can do these kind of projects and blah 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 to most of the companies. And when the company, now in Australia there's a company, and that company found an employee who wants to do a project related to the cryptocurrency. So that company doesn't have any employees or any knowledge about cryptocurrency. Now what they do is they doesn't reject the project, and they accept the project, and they try to find a people or set of people who do cryptocurrency projects. And now you have published that you are doing cryptocurrency projects, and they found your advertisement, and they call you, and they are telling that there is a project, this is the project, and can you do this? Now you have set of engineers that who capable of doing cryptocurrency project, and you accept the project. Okay. Now the Australian company promise to give you, like, they doesn't expose all the like the project cost and everything that they discuss with the client, and they promised normally 25% of the earning from the client with you, and you normally you agreeing the 25% of the cost from the client. Okay. Now you accept the project, and now when you are starting the project in Sri Lanka, now you have realized you have a cryptocurrency knowledge, and but you have only 2 engineers that know about cryptocurrency and this blockchain. Okay. Now you need 2 more blockchain developers, and you don't have anyone in your current company. Now you are again finding blockchain employees from Sri Lanka or some other country. Now India has posted, now we have blockchain developers, we can outsource and we can help out to complete your project. Now you are talking to the India, and India promised to give you 2 blockchain engineers to your project. And now their cost is per hour or per week, like they have agreed $5 per hour. It's not happening, but as an example, let's say $5 per hour. Definitely it's more than that. Now in India, like now you know that the project can be done in 1 month, and you are making an agreement with India and complete the project, and after 1 month you complete the project. Now let's pinpoint the flow. Now the client,
that's a little bit complex, right?
yeah, exactly. But this is
we might need a correlation ID to trace everything.
But this is a very actual scenario that I have been experienced.
So this stuff are happening in current.
Yes, exactly.
So like one
I was a part of it.
So it's like one company took the project, and then it's outsourced another company, and that company outsourced another from another company.
Actually it's not. Wait, from Australia, and they
directly gave the project to Sri Lanka. Is it?
No. They didn't give the project to Sri Lanka, but they didn't outsource any employees from Sri Lanka. Actually, they were handed out the project to Sri Lankan, now to your company. In the example, it was you, right?
Yeah.
So to your company, and now but you are not outsourced to the Australian company. You are not working under the Australian company. For you, the Australian company was a client.
Like they gave the project for us, something like that.
Yes, something like that.
We're working on the project on now.
The client is Australian company, not the actual client.
So to rephrase it, like client came to the Australian company and gave the project, but since the Australian company does not have the required resources, they gave the project to my company, which is in Sri Lanka.
But in between, the Australian company was there, and all the requirement and the cost estimation, everything will be, the agreements will be done, the Australian company and your company.
So the client for my company is the Australian company, but it's not the real client of the project. So it's been handed over.
No. Yes. You don't know. Now you don't know the actual client. Okay. The everything you are doing is under the name of the Australian company, and you cannot name or copyright your project for your company, and it's always copyrighted under the Australian company. Yes, that is the agreement. Okay. Now in your company, now you are going to outsource two blockchain developers from India. Okay. Now after outsourcing to blockchain developers from India, now you are agreeing a rate per hour or per week with the Indian outsourcing company, and you are doing the project. So now in this flow, actually the most bigger portion of the income goes to the Australian company. And they do nothing.
They just actually act as a tunnel between the real client and my company.
Yes. So there's only one person always contacting the client and getting and resolving whatever the questions that you raised about the project. But there's only one person, and that person is kind of a BA, and and he's working under per month salary. So that Australian company is the real investor, or in my word, real businessman in between you and the client, and getting the bigger portion of the income. And when it's come to you, now from your profit you have to outsource to other employees and complete the project and give it back to the Australian company, and Australian give it back to the actual client, and all the credits and all the copyrights, all the software publishments and everything goes under the Australian company. Now you can see how this income is reduced to the latest node. Now even though the 25% of the income, when you receive the 25% of the income, now you are not giving these 25% to the your team. So out of it, per month, actually now you had two blockchain developers with you, and you outsource to blockchain developers from India. Normally when you're outsourcing from other companies, definitely like 99% of the time it is more costly than having an engineer with you. Like you have to pay more. That's the normal standard. Now but the project responsibility is maintained by the two engineers that in your company. Normally they handle all the responsibility, and the Indian two engineers are just doing their task and helping out the Sri Lankan two engineers. Okay, but the Sri Lankan two engineers do the most work and taking the responsibility of the project and reporting to you. Now you are giving only 1 month salary to those two engineers. Let's say 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs per engineer. The salary was 5 lakhs. Now 5 lakhs is like a good salary for a blockchain engineer. Okay, engineer. I mean engineer. So you are giving 10 lakhs to Sri Lankan engineers, and you you outsourced to from India, and definitely your cost will be around 9 to 10 lakhs per one Indian engineer. So you spend 20 lakhs for 2 Indian engineers. Now your cost is how much? 30 lakhs.
30 lakhs, yeah.
30 lakhs is the cost. And let's ignore all the other expenses like hosting and BS and everything. And do you think your like the 25% of the actual income is like 40 lakhs? But it never happened. Definitely it's like most probably it will be 250 lakhs or 300 lakhs. Is the 25% of the actual cost.
The project.
You are the
project
normally project value is 300 lakhs. Like you are getting 300 lakhs from the Australian company, and you are spending 30 lakhs
on the engineers
to complete the project. Now let's say 250 lakhs. Now 750 lakhs goes to the Australian company, and your profit is 220 lakhs, and the actual work has been done from the two Sri Lankan engineers
who are in the least.
So this is the actual scenario that always happening, and it's the sad truth, and it's the politics behind the IT industry.
So just for clarification,
now,
usually like are the amounts that we discussed like real, like are they real to the real life, or are they like hypothetical amounts? Just for the clarification. Like for an Australian client, like they giving the project for around 100, like for 250 to be 25%, it should be like 1,000, like that's a lot, right?
So Sumudu, so normal blockchain projects are very expensive. So I know in Canada there was a project, the domain was real estate. The Sri Lankan, when the project estimation converted to Sri Lankan rupees, it was 200 million, like
200 million
200 million in Sri Lankan rupees. And still, so that was the beginning, and after that there was some enhancement, mobile apps integrations. There were a lot of other enhancement as well, which planned for later stages. The initial stage project estimation was 200 million. So in blockchain, normally if the real estate project estimation was 200 million, do you think blockchain related domains have the most money in a business? Now definitely their project will be like the minimum project estimation will goes about 250 million. So the numbers that I used is very low.
Very low.
very low. So the in the example that I took, like the project was 100 million, but normally it was double or triple the actual amounts.
So the IT industry is industry where a lot of money moves around. So I'm still amazed that clients are spending that much of money to build such products. So in the end, I think they are benefiting from that, right? If not, they won't be paying that much.
So let's say, normally in our context, Mudhu, normally in Sri Lankan context, so we don't invest on these IT related things. Even the shops brings a automated billing system, if the shop is really profited and the portion of their expenses is 1% of the income per day. So that's how we value the softwares to the businesses. But in other countries, it's not the same as Sri Lanka. So they invest a lot of IT to their businesses. So I have experienced even in Switzerland, even now she's a very old woman, and she's I think 55 years old, and she's doing a small salon, and she wanted to create a website and a system to do the online bookings for their clients, because their clients, like, she doesn't want to call and ask free slots and kind of that kind of a hassle to the clients. So she wants what kind of a, like a
scheduling
something
system.
Some booking system, booking system to support the business. So but now compare a salon, a really established salon in Sri Lanka. Do they have a booking system?
Not that
now. I know some salons in Sri Lanka, their earning per day is more than 1 million per day. They're doing bridals, and like for one bridal they are taking 2 or 3 lakhs, and within the day they do 10 bridals. So they are definitely in seasons their earning was more than 1 million. And I know one cameraman, and he was very famous in 1 year, 2019 or 20, I think 2019, after one season of wedding he bought a Porsche. He said this is the last year earning from weddings. In Sri Lanka, in the salons, they earn more than 1 million per day in some months, and still they doesn't have any booking system. They just have a simple website. and even though
most of the websites are broken also.
So even though if you call them and ask free time, and they doesn't have a clue what is the free slot they have, and they have no proper process. But in other countries it's totally different. So everyone is trying to give the best service that they can give, and for them the IT and the softwares are a must. So they always invest a lot of money to these kind of projects. So actually now, even from her salon, now she has invested a bigger amount for this booking system. And she said after initiating this booking system, her profits and the business was improved. And we have all the results in the DBs and all, like in the reports we can see that now she is getting a lot of bookings. But before initiating this system, it was not like that, and everyone was curious because they doesn't know what are the free slots and all. But now she is getting more appointments, and she's earning more now. So she's willing to invest more to this system and add more services to the clients. See, likewise, they are evolving with the softwares and these kind of systems. But for the actual answer for your question is, in the other countries they are really into investing for softwares.
So was her requirement very specific? So something that came to my mind is there are many I think CMS. I don't know whether it's the correct word. So simply Shopify, GoDaddy. So there are many websites that allow us to build the website, and I think that we can add such booking facilities also, right? Reservation.
Yes. So the actual the project was the end result was a WordPress website, and with different plugins and all, but the exact knowledge was were not there for her to develop or initiate this kind of a project. So when she wanted this kind of project, like most of the companies giving multiple proposals for end-to-end development this, but using existing WordPress and the plugins, the cost is this, and but the pros and different pros and cons, like there are multiple options that she can choose. So after that, she can choose whatever the options and go ahead. So what I wanted to tell to the audience is, even though we understand, even though you and everyone is aware of these scenarios, and the money and everything goes to different places that it shouldn't be, but that's the normal nature. And if not, the industry is not surviving.
I think this is not only in the IT industry. I think other industries also the big
also have the same,
going up the hierarchy, the people on the top earn the big money without doing much. So
yes,
this is same to all the industries.
Similar to almost all the industries. The income is not fairly delegated through the hierarchy. Most of the time, the least paid is the most knowledgeable and skillful person. So sometimes some people might have demotivated themselves that they are not skillful, they can't learn anything, and even though they tried, they can't get marks for the exam. It's not the same way. Even though that the people thinks getting past the exams, getting higher marks of the papers, and getting good grades for the degree, and getting a job quickly and earning 1 million or 2 million per month, it's the easiest path, easiest way, the most standard way. But there are a lot of alternative paths to earn more. Now I know some people. I have a friend, and what he does is he incorporate with a Switzerland company, and the Switzerland company, they are advertising different projects. They are advertising different projects and getting a lot of projects from Switzerland. E-commerce websites, different booking systems, likewise different lot of projects on different domains. And all the projects are coming to the friend of mine, and what he does is he has a couple of teams in different places in Sri Lanka, and small development teams. Okay, now the Switzerland company gives the projects to the friend of mine, and he gives the projects to these small development teams. And for each project, I'll say few price levels. You can it's not the exact correct amounts. Okay, now let's say a e-commerce website. Now the Switzerland company gets it from the client. Okay, we will do this within 1 month for 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs means LKR. Okay, Now now our friend is getting the project for 3 lakhs. Okay, now then our friend gives to this project to the development team for 40,000 rupees. And the development team does this for 40,000 rupees and hand it over to our friend. Our friend handed over it to the sister company. The sister company handed it over to the client.
So the middleman
This is the hierarchy.
Most.
So this is the sad truth. We don't have to sulk about it, but we have to understand the reality. And bear it.
The question that I think the question that even the audience might have is like how like we as software engineers, so we started our journey as a software engineer in the IT industry. So
yes,
can we grow up the hierarchy and may someday go to that stage, like be a middleman and earn a huge buck? Is there a possibility for us to climb up the ladder?
Yes. Definitely there is a possibility, and that's why I wanted to have this episode and give my point of view to the audience to motivate themselves not to become like, even though like you don't have the correct skill set to be an engineer, a very skillful engineer, there is a lot of alternative paths to earn lot of money. So definitely there is a possibility, Sumudu. So I don't say to become a middle person you don't need any knowledge. Okay, so to become a middle person, the knowledge that you have taken from your IT degree, and while you are doing, now I will go away from this topic. Okay, have you now when you are doing the degree, have you ever met some people like they are not really doing the degree? Actually they are for the exams before few days, like they study and do somehow pass the exams, but they are really doing something else in the sense like they are doing a lot of they are incorporating with other people, and they are trying to do several business with others. Like what they are yeah, so doing the IT project is a side business for them. They are doing it as a part-time. So they wanted to somehow pass the exams and complete the IT degree, but they were not really into the IT degree. So most of the time those kind of persons have some kind of skill set to become that middle person.
the dealing skills.
Yeah, exactly. So when now let's say if you want to become a middle person of the vegetable industry in Sri Lanka, you have to know what is carrot, what is beetroot, and what is leeks, and what is the good leeks and the bad leeks, and normal size of the carrot and the bad size of the carrot, and the best you should have seen the best carrots. Otherwise you don't know how to deal, and you can't survive as the middle person. So likewise in software industry you should have some IT knowledge and some knowledge of software, some knowledge of the IT industry in the world, the new trends and all. Like that knowledge you should have to become the middle person, but very thorough. You don't have to like have a very thorough knowledge and like in and out knowledge of any technology, but you should know up to some level. So in that case, that's why I said that the people who do the IT degree as their side project have a lot of like huge chance to become these kind of middle person.
So like in that sense, so during like the business instincts, so that should be buried, like that should come up with ourselves, right? So a person who thinks in a business way, I think is
Yes.
more suitable. Like
Yes,
I have seen
exactly.
friends who like like they talk about always the profit, so like even buying something also they think so they are not looking it the way that we normally do, so they are always trying to take something out from that.
So you have seen some people when when they learn something, they wanted to build amazing projects, like amazing softwares, and they really love the software, and once the software is developed, like they wanted to improve it. Likewise, those are the people who really do the jobs. So those kind of people most of the time doesn't have that middle person skill set. They really love the work that they are doing. Actually they doesn't care about the money and stuff. They care about the work that they do. You got it?
Yeah.
You got my point? So it's like a artist. Now the one who draw a paint, like do a painting, like so before starting the painting, they never thinks this painting should sell more over than $5,000. No, they just do the painting. And they do whatever they think, and sometimes the painting will be cost more than $10,000. But they never think about it. Those are the people who actually really innovative and really important people in the world. But the middle persons and everyone, like they do all the businesses and everything, but everyone is needed for the industry. Like every people is dependent with each other. Sometimes like these business people, they can't survive without the innovative and smart and very knowledgeable people. And knowledgeable people just cannot survive without these middle persons. So even though this middle person earns a lot, the really happiness for the smart guy or knowledgeable person is not the money. So everyone is happy, but if you measure your happiness from the dollars, the more happiness goes to the middle person, but not the very smart and knowledgeable person. But most of the time, the smart and knowledgeable person or the innovative smart guy doesn't care about the money. They care about the work that they do, and they really love the work, and they don't care the money. So even though in the history you have heard Nikola Tesla, he's a very smart guy, and he never care about the money, and he always when he invented something, and he gave out it for free. But the Archimedes, you have heard, but most of the innovations that he has done from the other persons. Like he always wanted to earn the reputation and grab the and he always wanted to put his name on the patent.
So I think everything depends on the nature of the person. So
exactly,
the person. So I think we can't call the middle people just as middle people. So they do more than that. They are businessmen. So,
yes, exactly. They are businessmen, but their happiness is depend on the dollars. So that's why they follow and do all the hard work to earn the dollars.
So, I have also seen like people who always try to earn, like make profit out of everything. So I think such people are born to be middlemen.
Exactly. We can easily blame them. These people are earning a lot, sitting behind the scenes and all. But even though to become an investor or a middle person, like they have to sacrifice a lot of things. They are the one who taking all the risks. Sometimes the investors taking the most risk than anyone else. So they are putting all his hard-earned money on some projects, and from his gut feelings. And some middle persons, when they sacrifice themselves, and they are like really trying to improve the communication in between the companies, and they really wanted to make the client happy. Sometimes the client working in a different time zone, the given company works under different time zone, so sometimes he never sleep. So likewise, they are also doing a very huge task.
So like a person like starting up in the IT industry, so can we like put advertisements and get foreign projects? Is that like, can we also take part in those biddings, or do we need to build up any reputation and all, and before getting such deals? Adding on to that, like, is there any like a marketplace or something to get projects, or how that is happening? Is it through contacts?
So most probably in other countries, there are different websites that you can market yourself to, that you can you do these things, and in a very low price. Likewise, you can advertise. But very few people follow those advertisements, because even though some clients follow these advertisements, these clients are very, very like small clients. The profit margin is very low. So most of the valuable clients are coming through the reputed client contacts. So there are clients working in foreign countries, and very there are some small not small companies as well. So they are doing they have done some reputed work, and from that they are getting no projects. So most of the time, if you really wanted to initiate a new company, the best way is to incorporate with these kind of reputed company and work together. And while doing these kind of works, you are getting to know about how these projects work and everything, and after that you can make some contacts.
So we have to build up a good name in the industry first.
Yes.
So to do that,
to get projects,
before we'll have to get help from other company. Like,
yes,
we can't stand on our own.
Yes.
For the first time.
So also, and one quality that I have, like characteristics that I have seen from foreign countries, they do most of the things based on the trust. So they normally don't trust the advertisement and things for this kind of work. Now if they want to buy some physical thing, or like a very fixed way of service, like they can follow advertisement. But these software services and kind of thing, like they most of the time it based on the trust. So they really care about the trust. Like sometimes while you are working on the project, if they break their trust, like most of the time there is a good chance that the client stop the project at that point. So you have to be careful if you are working with the foreign countries. Most probably for the European clients, they really care about the trust. So the people who are really planning to initiate a company, so there are multiple reasons that to initiate a company. You can have innovative idea, and you can create a software on that, and to maintain the software you can initiate a company. And if you want to take projects and earn from completing the projects, you can create project based company. And if you want to outsource some employees to the other companies, and you can start a outsourcing company.
Actually, in an early episode we talked about the different types of companies in the IT industry. So if anyone from the audience haven't listened to it, so please go do have a listen to it.
Yes, you can find it from the topics, and in the descriptions we have added what we have talked in the episodes. So you can go through it and
actually I think it's episode 6.
Episode 6, right? Yeah. Okay, I think we have told most of the things that you never listen from others. And in the future, let's see, like in the future we can give more information like this, and how the actual business happening between the foreign companies and all. I think for today this is enough to get a basic idea how the things are working. So let's see, in the future we can start another episode and elaborate more on this.
Sure. I think the audience got a lot about got an other side exposure of the IT industry. So it's normally not the side that most of the engineers and the other people talk about. So this is how the business works. And actually I also was amazed on learning on that amount of money is circulated around the industry. So IT industry is a very
very rich industry.
Industry. So we can,
I think even though in global, I think the real estate, and after the real estate and health, after that crypto software, like when it's come to the crypto level, it's software. The crypto is it's based on software, right? It's
so directly has an impact to the IT industry relation.
Yes. So now from the top industries, even the real estate and health, it's totally depends with the software projects. Now in Denmark, Switzerland, now in Switzerland, most of the hospitals, even the government hospitals, run through the Sri Lankan softwares. It's not the Sri Lankan softwares, but the people develop Sri Lankan people. So software is a very rich industry.
And the money goes from all around the world where we can't imagine of also. So like for example, the Switzerland, as you mentioned, the Switzerland hospitals run on software that is developed and maintained by most of the Sri Lankans. So majority of the people who maintain it is Sri Lankans, but the money should travel a long way and it finally comes to Sri Lankans as salary. So that's very hard to track.
Very small portion compared to the actual estimations.
The money travels a lot in the IT industry.
I think now India has realized this. Now India is a very focused. They are running on a very focused path to earn lot through this IT industry. I think they have initiated a lot of things, but Sri Lanka is always behind the schedule.
So Sri Lanka should promote this, and even outsourcing also Sri Lanka should promote it. Instead of that, what Sri Lankan government does is it bans the essential items for programmers
like laptops
and also they are planning on extending the power cuts. We'll see. So I think
Okay, then.
it's
So
time
I
for us
think
to
we
wind
can-
up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So
So you can finish it.
yeah, so as like I'm repeating this in every episode, so this same episode will be on YouTube as well. So if you guys have any question or anything for us to talk about, so please leave a comment. So we'll be very much happy to look into it. Yeah, I think we can wind this up. So Suru, do you have anything? All right. So
No.
so see you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Samudhu.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.